Welcome to Verbal One, and I'm your host, Big Verb, aka Scale_Nation on Twitter. And I want to thank you guys. If it's your first time checking out the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get updates on most of the Florida sports that I drop here on the channel, guys. And if you're a loyal subscriber, I appreciate you for keeping me locked in always and all the time. This week, we're talking about the Miami Dolphins. Training camp has begun. It's time to get everybody prepared. Iron sharpens iron, and they're out there and they're doing their thing. We got a couple important topics to talk about, of course. Xavier Howard, day one, he dropped that he wants to get traded. He wants out of Miami. We've heard this song before. Of course, Tua's taking the bull by the horns and he's being the leader. We're going to talk about that interview on the NFL Network. We're going to talk about Jalen Waddle. We're going to talk about Jalen Phillips, his replies on how things are going the first couple of days. And we're going to talk about the way the team is looking as they go out and they toss the ball around, and who has emerged as the leader for the Miami Dolphins currently in training camp. First things first, we're going to dive in and talk about Xavier Howard. Xavier Howard, we are in total support of Xavier Howard over here on Verbal One, and we totally believe that if he wants to get his money and lock it in for sure, then do what you're going to do as a person. But as a supporter of the franchise, I am totally in agreement with keeping him where he is, because if you want to trade him, you do want to have the best leverage as far as the trading. If I'm coming in and I want to trade you for Xavier Howard, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be grateful that he's not on a guaranteed contract. And if he's looking for a contract next year, the same position that he's in with the Dolphins, he will have to be a player that plays for that contract. A new team can't come in, or probably won't, but they probably will, because they can if he demands that, and give him that restructure, give him that guaranteed money, seeing that he had such a great season that he had in last year's campaign. If the Miami Dolphins feel like they want to trade him, if they're not trading him, then they just want to say, hey, Xavier, give us another season like you did last year. Let me see you perform as well as you did. Let us see you be healthy for an entire season, for back-to-back seasons on the current contract. Everyone has a point. Everyone's trying to take care of their family and do what's best for their job. And we both understand that it's just a timing thing. That's a lot of people's problem. The timing in which he's decided to do this is what is ruffling a lot of feathers as far as supporters of the Miami Dolphins. He could have done this before camp. He could have done this any other time. He came in, he had a problem, he put it on Instagram, and now he's out with an injury. I think that Flores and the rest of the guys, Chris Greer and all that, they seen that in his character. Even after they drafted that corner last year, everyone always felt like Xavier Howard was going to pick a time where he was going to say, y'all, I'm hurt. Or, you drafted a guy, make him play. Okay, you got somebody, I'm just not here to teach him. He's going to have to show you that he's not good yet. And we knew that time was going to come. I think I said that on one of my previous videos. I knew Xavier Howard was going to make Noah step out there and play. Once he proved that he was still one of the top tier corners. Once Xavier Howard proved that he was one of the top 10 corners, he was going to say, you drafted this guy and you paid Byron Jones, make them play, and I'll sit back, and then you'll pay me again, and you'll decide to get rid of them, or you're going to just settle. And I don't think settling is what Flores is going to do. I think the structure of the defense is something that's going to allow all the corners to be successful, because Flores, he scouts his guys well. And right now I have faith in the defense. He was one of the top teams in scoring defense in the league last year, and also in turnovers. Nevertheless, Xavier Howard contributed to that. I do believe that the defensive scheme put him in position to do what he was able to do. Now, transferring over to what Tua did all week. Tua was wonderful this week. I mean, I like the way he took the leadership role in that interview that he had with Willie McGinnis in the NFL Network. He did his thing. He was well spoken. He spoke up. He also backed it up on the field with his deep passes, and he backed it up by being able to throw the ball to those speedy receivers out there, man. And I got to give it to Albert Wilson, man. Albert Wilson came back in top shape. Albert Wilson's looking faster than ever. One thing I would always say back when we first brought Albert Wilson in is that he's, first thing, he's a running back. So, my personal opinion that he didn't have top end speed. But he's shown that he's faster than a lot of players out there on the camp. And I do think that Tua's, on key and on target, and I think that that's going to be a problem for a lot of the guys that's been there. It's proven that a lot of you guys just haven't been, top tier talent as far as speed wise, and also you guys just haven't, putting your best foot forward. If Tua's able to go out and do what he's doing, a different story. Seeing that Albert Wilson's doing so well, we're not seeing much about Devontae Parker. We're not seeing him as much. He's never been an over the top 30, 40 yard bomb type of guy. He's always been a catch and run guy. He's always been tackled by the first tackler. Do your homework. He's always been one of those type of receivers, and I just think that there's room for that here. I think him and Lynn Bolden, those guys are, underneath comeback guys, sure yardage guys. But there's also guys that can do it all. Albert Wilson's proven that he can do it all. Preston Williams, he's also been able to do it all. And then we're looking at Merritt right now. We're seeing that Merritt's emerging. He's made a play or two. You still got Isaiah Ford, one of those short yardage possessing receivers. Tua's got a plethora of talent, and I talked about that in the previous videos. And then transferring over to the talent and speaking on Xavier Howard. If Xavier Howard was asking for the guaranteed money, do you think he wants to be out there against all that talent? Do you think he wants to go out there and have Jalen Waddle run circles around him? Do you think he wants that? He doesn't want that. So it's the best thing for him to do was to fake that injury. And Flores and everyone else that's observing the camp knows it and sees it as well. Speaking on how things are transpiring with the run game, of course, Miles is looking good. Ahmed is looking good. I hadn't seen any tape on the rookie from Cincinnati. I've heard some positive things spoke about him, but I haven't seen anything in camp. Jerome Baker, man, Jerome Baker's emerging as a leader. I could never guess in a million years that he would be a guy that got his money and got mature. I never heard of that. I always thought that time and experience was something that could, allow a guy to be mature. But to see him in his interviews, to see the way he speaks about the way things are going in the camp, the way he feels about the camp, and the way he feels about the team, and the way he's backing it up, I just think Jerome Baker's maturing. I think he's maturing, and I don't think he's more of a leader just naturally to the eye over Roberts and over McKinley, but I just think that he's becoming the face of the Dolphins, and if he continue to lead the team in tackles with those two guys in the fold, Jerome Baker's going to prove to be one of the top linebackers on this team. And Van Ginkel's going to come out, and everybody's expecting a big season from Van Ginkel, and everybody's just speaking Landon Roberts and McKinley to be leading tacklers and help solidify the run defense. But Jerome Baker's looking like a true leader out there, man, and I love to see it. I really love to see it. The way the team is going right now, I see that it's going to be, the best player out there, and it's going to be talent. It's going to be what's on the field. Flores, I believe, really is going to try to put his best foot forward. I can tell you previously, I didn't think last year was a playoff team. I think that the 10 wins, kind of looked shady to me as far as the way things were going, as far as Corona and things like that. The way the first week panned out, we don't really know. I can't really throw a number out there, and I wouldn't. But I would obviously tell you that Tua's very, very confident. I do believe that him connecting on the deep ball is a positive sign. We're all waiting to see how things pan out, with Jalen Phillips and Christian Wilkins as far as that defensive line goes. You guys still remember Emmanuel Ogbah still there. He was the leader in sacks last year. They just have such a wonderful scheme drawn up as far as pass rushing. I just believe they need one more pass rusher. And, I just believe they need one more solid pass rusher. Even if Jalen Phillips comes out to be a baller, I think we need one more pass rusher in the fold. I do believe Xavier Howard will be traded just like Minka was traded. If you want to go, Chris Greer will let you go. I think getting Minka out of there was one of the reasons why they were able to win 10 games. And I think getting Xavier Howard out of there will, allow the team to get momentum. Guys will get confident, step into the next man up role. If not Noah, then I do. I like a lot of guys that we brought in as far as cornerbacks go. To give you a guy to keep an eye on. Nick Needham is still confident, still doing his thing out there. I just like the rookie that we brought in from Oregon. I think that he can do all things, and I think McCourty will be a solid red zone contributor. I do not think McCourty can run with the speed not alone that we have out there, but the speed that Buffalo's bringing to the table, and also the Jets. I think the Jets are going to be a sleeper. So, you know, just watching the first week of camp, I'm wanting to see who on the defensive side of the ball, as far as cornerbacks go, is going to emerge as one of those top corners beside Byron Jones, because Byron's going to be solid. Byron's not going to give up space. We know that. We know Byron's going to earn his money, and he's also going to, you know, create a lot of activity for the opposite corner. No matter who it is, Byron Jones is not going to look like a pick on me side of the field. So somebody or whoever we bring in or steps up, because Xavier's going to be out of there in 2 to 3 weeks, guys. You got to just accept the fact the injury and the contracts, those things are kind of stagnant for guys trying to develop. They're kind of a distraction for guys trying to, you know, take information from the veterans and be in the locker room and keep the camaraderie going, and, you know, questions and things like that. Those things, you know, cause distractions, and Flores knows that. He knows that it takes more than talent. I like what I'm seeing, guys. We got to keep it locked in. You know, I'm planning on going live soon. Hopefully, I can go live before I go to camp. I'll be at camp on the 19th. Saturday morning, or is it Saturday morning, August 19th? I'll be there for sure. I have a couple gang members with me. We'll be repping Verbal Warning, guys. I want to thank you for keeping me locked in, guys. Please come check out the channel. Tell a friend to log into Verbal Warning. We got more videos coming. We talking about the Miami Heat. We talking about the recruiting updates on the Miami Hurricanes, guys. Make sure you keep it locked right here on Verbal Warning. I appreciate the love, guys. You already